I am the question that cannot be answered. Yet, I am the question and I am the answer. Who am I? The beauty of riddles is that there are several solutions and different methods in finding these solutions. My fascination comes from how individuals use their different methods and their individuality to find these solutions. Today, I will be discussing how your individuality forms a subjective solution. I want to bring awareness to the fact that many of us have similar goals and purposes. Some of us want to lose weight before the holidays, or, pass the course. But the way we experience and get to that solution and solve these conflicts is based on something called a subjective solution. So, I challenge you. How do we use our difference to make a change? But before I get to that, I want to show you what a subjective solution is. It looks a lot like this. Now, you have your problems, and you have your individual choices and your solutions. Now, the beauty of subjective solutions is that there's no right or wrong answer. When I was in elementary school, they asked me, if you could be anything, what would it be? So, many students said, a teacher, a doctor, a nurse. I said, if I could be anything, I would like to be a butterfly. Now, there's two conflicts to this. One, it's physically impossible for me to be a butterfly considering I can't grow wings out of my back. The second is the fact that what I realized was from elementary school to high school, we go from what could be to what should be. And this is through career aptitude test. In high school, we're all told to take a career aptitude test. Now, these career aptitude tests have certain solutions. They have standard questions with predetermined results. Now, what does this do? Well, first off, my results, based on my likes and skills, were disc jockey assistant, and radio disc jockey. See how many results I got? Many options to choose from. Now, the problem wasn't the amount of results. The problem was the fact that no one told me how to make a choice. We emphasize to students that you have to know what choice to make, yet we don't teach them how to make that choice. What we do is we tell them, okay, there's right and wrong choices. But did you know that 80% of students have yet to choose a major, but are expected to choose a school? And then by the time that they reach a post-secondary form of institutions, such as university or college, 1 in 7 students will have either transferred programs or have taken classes straying away from their major. And this exemplifies the pressure on choices in which students make. Which brings me to my next topic, how we make the wrong choices. Now, writing this speech was excruciatingly painful. Not because I'm in front of an audience, but rather because I was afraid I would say something wrong. We all have this fear that what we do is going to be right or wrong. Now, in order to show the beauty of subjectivity, before I give you a definition of what objectivity is, I thought we could wake you up by getting 2 brave audience members. So, I need any volunteers? Anyone? All right, let's take these 2. Let's go. All right, don't be shy. Everyone give it up. Let's warm up the stage for them. All right. So we have our 2 brave volunteers. Now, my activity, again, is to show subjectivity. All right. What our volunteers have here today is some glow-in-the-dark ping pong balls. They have Play-Doh, tape, and 2 headbands. Here's the activity. I need you to bring those balls to the other side of the stage. Here's the trick. You have 1 minute and you can't physically touch the balls with your hands. All right? Nope, you gotta use the materials you have there. All right? And your time begins now. You could go ahead, you could go at the same time, you could work together, you could. That's clever, I didn't think of that. It could be one or both. All right, all right. Clever, let's give him that. All right. Okay? No worries. Ah, okay. Don't worry, you got another one there. Oh, touch it with your hands, but I'll go. It's okay. Well then, good job. Let's give it up for our audience members. All right, good job, man. All right, I can take. Thank you. Now, the point of that activity was again not to show the fact that you can get the ball from one side of the stage to the other. The point of that activity was to show you that there are different methods of finding that solution. One of them didn't use their hands and simply just used the Play-Doh and put it in the cup. The other kicked it, or almost kind of kicked it, across the stage. And the point of that was to show you that your subjective thinking sparks innovation. And it does this by allowing you to inspire for new ideas. Now, objective thinking looks a lot like this. It looks a lot like right or wrong. Again, I want to emphasize that subjective thinking is not about being right or wrong. And we need to dismantle this binary. Because the truth is that subjective thinking can spark innovation and solve conflicts in our society. It does so like this. These are a list of the top 10 jobs in demand in 2010. Surprisingly, in 2004, these jobs didn't exist. And they didn't exist because our innovation has expanded from 2004 to 2010. We've gone from being the same and having the same objectives to using our same objectives and our different solutions. So now we have to break the binary. We have to realize that there is no right or wrong solution. There is no right or wrong choice to create a solution. There is only subjective thinking, a subjective solution. I'm going to end today with a riddle. And this riddle is supposed to show how not only you can find a different solution, but methods that you probably will use to find an answer to this riddle. Where I begin, no one will know. The path I follow is very narrow. I am the picture you can't see. Who would I be? Thank you.